Welcome and thank you very much for joining us on the CEO interview. And I'm absolutely honored to be interviewing Jean-Pascal BOBST from BOBST at BOBST here in Mai, Lausanne. Jean-Pascal, you are fourth generation of BOBST family, and it is quite exciting for us as an IT company, not to say IT kids. You are the history of a major manufacturer here in Switzerland. Please tell us a little bit about you, about the story. Introduce yourself to us.
Thank you, Joshua, for this opportunity. I guess quite a number of companies in Switzerland are well known to see that they can continue to be successful over generation. And BOBST here in Canton de Vaud, or Swiss Romande, we are quite known as I'm representing today the fourth generation. So my grandfather started in 1890 as a printer here in downtown Lausanne. Why Lausanne? Because Lausanne was at that time a very famous place for printing, thanks to water. So he moved from Solothurn, Unsingen to Lausanne. And then guess what? We had a one-way ticket and we stay here in Lausanne. And my grandfather in 1930, Henri BOBST, moved from printer to machine builder. I guess when you are part of the family, it's something which is very exciting, but also you carry a lot of responsibilities. And out of this fourth generation, we, of course, had to identify who had the passion to continue to drive the legacy. As you know, the legacy is a nice gift, but can be very painful and can destroy families. I guess one of the biggest success of the BOBST families, because we are 42 shareholders today from third, fourth, and fifth generation, is the unity we were able to found around a holding company, which we created in 2000. And Joseph BOBST Finance, JBF, now hold all the shareholders of the families. And we were able to split business and family business. So the BOBST Group board members are mainly 75% external from the family, 1/3 from the family, and all the other, I would say, aspects of the family issues, priorities, debate are held in a separate holding. And for us, as a fourth generation, the desire, the strategy we set in 2000 was really to continue to honor this legacy, to continue to create value in a Swiss company for the Swiss machinery type of business in a very, I would say, sometimes hostile environment. But today we are here and very proud to show the success we can have in our industry, which is packaging.
Yeah. Thank you, Jean-Pascal. It's very interesting to hear that even though you are listed on the Swiss Stock Exchange, the majority of the stocks is in the hands of the families.
The majority, yes, we have 53%. And we used to have 40%. We acquire more, up to 53%. And therefore, we always enjoyed and had the desire to continue to invest for a mid to long term. For us, mid to long term is 5 to 10 years. And this is the strategy, the journey we identify with our family shareholders.
And how big is BOBST in terms of employees, turnover, sites, etc.?
BOBST is, depending COVID or non-COVID year, but overall we are between 1.6 and 1.7 billion turnover. We make between 6 and 8% EBIT. It's about 5,500 employees worldwide. And the products, the machines we produce are going for the packaging, corrugated folding carton film, or label industry. So we are not a supplier from Nestlé. Our clients are the supplier of Nestlé or Coop or Migros and the like.
How comes that you, as BOBST, not just have a company vision, you also have a vision for the whole industry? Please tell us more about that.
Well, I guess we can take that as a joke or something like serious. I guess a vision for a company is too small, so let's have a bigger dream. And the dream for the industry, why? Because we know that if we don't think and if we don't imagine what might be, because nobody knows, what will be in 10 or 15 years, a trend in a mega sector such as packaging, then every machine we will develop might not fulfill these trends in the future. And therefore, with the executive committee, we started in 2013 to develop this first draft of the industry vision. And it took quite some time, not so much to finalize it, but to make it sure that it becomes somewhat realistic with our our customers, brand owners, La Poste or Nestlé or Procter & Gamble, and for our clients in 4 industries. And that makes the equation very complex. And therefore, thinking about the end user product and industry evolutions brings a huge, and you cannot imagine, a huge power and emotions and focus for employees to say, we have a dream, and this is, however, achievable over years. It's not 2 years, it's not 5 years, maybe 10 or more, but we know we are getting to service this packaging supply chain in a very different way, and we need to develop and design these new ways.
Yeah, very interesting. Jean-Pascal, the power of having a big vision drives the whole company. What is the main strategy to implement this vision?
I will say 2 things, people and financial means. You need the right people, the right leadership, the right capabilities. You need to free up resources to hire, to make people dream in a new way. It's not because you have 30 years of experience in BOBST you cannot dream, but maybe you need to change the dream. And financially, of course, you need to have the means to afford this investment and the development of strategy.
And we got to know each other in the context of a new way of working. And you even started a program called BOBST Live, and Live stands for Leading Innovation for Employees.
Yes.
What is it? What is it that this topic is so important to you as a CEO?
First of all, I knew your company almost from day one, because I learned almost when you created isolutions years ago.
Really?
Yes.
Didn't know
But
that.
you were not on the stock market, so no possibility to be part of the journey. But why did we focus so much on people? It's because, as I said earlier, if we don't have the people with us, I can do nothing. You can have a vision as good as you want, it will never be a reality. And we know that the biggest asset, but also the biggest challenge we face is coach, help, support, make people grow in their new season. And I guess everyone, we have experienced that every 5 to 7 or 10 years maybe, you change a season in your life. And in business, the same. We need to accompany them in this innovation for employees. And innovation for employees is let's define, redesign together how we want to collaborate. 5,500 employees worldwide with completely different, habits sometimes, and cultures and histories and languages, and you like or you dislike. But we need to create worldwide a joint culture which makes us better than competitors. And this is my main target as a CEO, is to create this strong culture so people can feel empowered, they can feel passionate, they can feel responsible for our own success and therefore their success.
Very interesting. And this culture topic, this cultural transformation is something that we share in common. We have the same common ground on that. And when you're looking back the last 1.5, 2 years, could you please tell or share some benefits you already gain or some learnings you gain from this journey?
Working with you.
In general, as well as working with isolutions, probably.
Working with isolution, I think this is the key which allowed us to risk more. Because alone, maybe we will have had about the same idea, but maybe not the courage to do. And with a strong partner, we were able to say now we are safe enough or confident enough, we have the right means and support to be successful together. And for us, this is what makes in every journey and transformation the success. What I learned from the last 2 years for BOBST is a real awareness from all employees that we should really change. Now every department, service, and entity need to identify how to change. We gave also a clear vision on how we would like to work. And by the way, I give you an example. No later than 2 weeks ago, a key top manager came to me and showed me a small sketch. And he said, Jean-Pascal, you asked me 2.5 years ago this sketch. So it took time for me to make it from brain to heart, because now I see, understand how can I translate what you ask for into my reality. It took 2.5 years. And that shows not that the person is not good, but that shows that transformation is major and driving change is one of our first mandate as CEO, top managers, to help our people to become effective and well respected and fully empowered in this journey.
Very interesting. Thank you so much. And what is your advice to other CEOs who are watching us here on this CEO interview? What would you recommend to them?
For a transformation?
Yes.
I guess if it was easy, a lot of us will do less mistakes. I guess, I don't know if it's an advice. I guess the best is to spend time and share real experience and real life of successful journeys and also failures, because we learn. We all know that one solution does not fit all. And this is, I guess, sometimes the headache we have as CEO of companies, because we have to take risks, and sometimes a lot of risk, which very often are not recognized. Not to say how good you are, but I guess one of the main success of a transformation is the very strong vision, but also a lot of humility, because you need to be humble enough to say to your environment that you also as a CEO, you don't know everything and all strategies defined, but that together as an embedded executive committee, an embedded top management, what we call here a group management conference, 150 people worldwide, we are fully committed to develop and review these strategies over and over again. And this humility and passion for success, I think, are some elements to succeed.
It's amazing to see how BOBST, in our point of view, is a very good role model for empowering people. Empowering people leads to happy customers, and happy customers leads to new customers.
Hopefully.
It's very, very impressive to see that in BOBST. Jean-Pascal, we are coming to the end of this interview. What would be your final statement to the CEOs watching us here on stage?
I think the main driver of every major challenge and transformation is this quality of people you have, this willingness to make the changes, the necessary changes through which you are going today. Make sure that your market is sustainable. For us, packaging is sustainable, because if your market is not sustainable, then it's an even stronger, bigger transformation you need to lead your company going through. And of course, to have very strong anchor shareholders to support your effort, because in these valleys and sometimes isolated days and weeks, you need to make decisions, tough decisions, and you need the full support and trust from your board, shareholders, of course.
Thank you very much, Jean-Pascal, and the team around you for your dedication for the Swiss workplace. Thank you for the great collaboration so far, and let's shape the future together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joshua. Thanks a lot. Thank you.